rebellious one.
I think I've been in enough crowds at ACL.
You just know how to get there. I know how to negotiate.
ACL broke me in for get-through crowds. That's a good thing to test.
That's a good idea. Good sequence. Yes, sir. Take care.
I forgot to look for
I'm live now.
Okay, got it.
I haven't talked to Keenan, but the live view is back live.
I'll tell you.
He said, we had a process for you.
Good to see y'all. Take care. See you soon. We're going to make
She's inside though. She's inside.
you. Thank you. I'm glad you found it.
I didn't ask her if she didn't get it.
Oh God, I got 3 more spots. There you go. Now I got that. Okay, now let me get in there.
Area and
You feel me? You got me? You got it?
Not bad now. For a whole lot of people. Roland, my 5th time. It's great to cross the bridge again. Thank you.
Sorry, they wanted you to say the piece earlier about the
Got it.
I'll talk to you. I mean, you start with this. That Donald Trump is a bully, and in the end, all bullies are cowards. Don't you want? Okay, cool.
That's what that was his answer.
Sherrod Brown, what's your name? Hi, Miss Henderson.
Senator talks probably about
yeah, we'll get a little.
Can I interview you?
5th time I've crossed this bridge. 5th time I've been at Brown Chapel, and it's an honor.
Both on my camera and on my phone.
Running for my life. Saved, sanctified. Holy Ghost filled. Running for my life. I'm saved by His power divine. I'm saved to new life sublime. I'm saved. Give glory to God. I'm saved.
1, 2, 3, say.
Holy Ghost filled.
Holy Ghost filled. Running for my life. Saved, sanctified.
Holy Ghost filled.
Holy Ghost filled. Running for my life.
I'm saved.
I'm saved by His power divine. I'm saved to new life sublime. I'm saved.
It's in there, but it got them.
Yeah, you on the other side. Judge, I see you later.
You picking us up? Testing 1, 2, 3. You picking us up? You got us? Yeah. All right, folks. So we are standing outside of. This is the National Voting Rights Museum and Institute, and this is one of the true legends. Annie, first of all, y'all, we just call her Annie. Arrested more than 40 times. Not 50 years ago. She's still going to jail fighting for what's right. Was in jail with Lillian Gregory. Nothing moved in this city that she was not involved in. And she just turned 75. How you doing?
I'm roughing it up.
So let me tell y'all. So I walked in there when she met Secretary Clinton in time for the photo. And his fist got right fist. She's like, voting rights! Threw a fist in the air. So she's still fired.
Well, all you have to do is call me. I found out that we had been doing a lot of work, but we dropped the ball in 1965 when we got the Voting Rights Act and the Voting Rights Bill. We thought it was all over. Even I did. I'm saying Reverend Joe Lowry said to put it better than anybody, you know. But what happened is it's time to get back to work. And voting should be at the very top of our list because health care is involved and you can't fight back if you're sick. If you're sick, you can't even fight. So we need all of these things, but most of all, I'd like to address this to not just black people, but white people too. But black people need to come along and start becoming more independent financially. Mm-hmm. That's part of the problem.
They cause we gonna walk across, so we're just gonna walk this way. I got you. We can keep talking. And
we need to start. You guys are just the Chinese. I try to tell people the Chinese were slaves. When we were,
watch your feet there.
They had the tenacity to change that. And
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hold on, brother. I'm doing an interview. I'm doing an interview right now.
Oh, hey, darling.
Get business. I've been registered. Going to jail.
And we're gonna hold on. I'm wishing 75.
That's the way to make me. Otherwise,
I'm doing it, baby. I'm doing it.
It'll be a waste of my time.
I know, precious. Don't you worry. We're doing it.
You better get this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All you have to do is call me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sugar.
And I'm gonna ask you a question. You just see that you don't know that's a waste of time.
Waste my time. I've already wasted 50 years now, so I'm saying I'm 75. Mother Nature for all the time will soon dictate whether we like it or not. I have a cousin that's 95 years old, and every year since she's beginning to get closer to 100, her grandfather and my grandfather were brothers, but she was born before me. I'll always whisper in her ear and ask her, ask her that I hope I inherit some of this. 95, and she's talking, she's doing everything, she's cooking, she's not, she's forgotten some things, but she remembers most things. And she give me a lot of information about the family, but the thing is, we want to change our situation. We got to start in the home. You got to start organizing. You got to organize home first before you can go anywhere else and organize. How you going to organize something else when your house ain't organized? The children running all over the place and not disciplining anything. How are you going to get anything done? We said that our children are getting killed, but they are getting killed because they're not being careful. And the thing about it is, when our people were coming along years ago and couldn't read and write, they were smart. They couldn't read and write, but they were smart. And they had a plan. The plan was to survive. So it was, and the institution of marriage is not that great, but the thing about it is they knew that two could do better than one, you see. And when we went out to the house, they always said, be careful, don't get in trouble. Get in trouble means doing something to go to jail, you know, or getting in any kind of trouble that's going to put you at risk for your life. You could be at risk anyway, just being black. But they made sure that they instilled this in us. And the little boys start coming to, and the girls start working as men and women as children. My son, my youngest son, was working at Cook's Pest Control, cut the grass. But he came in the house and gave $1 to contribute. He was acting like a man. He was a man, but he was a little man. See? But that's where it starts. He saw my brother come in and do this. He saw all the men in the house come in and contribute some money. You see? And because our people couldn't read and write, that doesn't mean they were stupid. You see? They had a plan. They made sure that they grew their food. They were able to survive that way. And the thing about it is that we weren't getting very much meat, you see. But actually that saved our lives, because meat is not good for you. I love meat, but meat is really not good for you. It's harder to digest.
But you love it.
Yeah, but we had beans and when during slavery, what they did is they would give you a bone. Even when you worked for some of the white people, they would give you a bone, a ham bone that they had. And then you take that bone and put it in some beans or some greens, and that was your meal for the evening. And so if you didn't eat that, you didn't eat nothing.
So you're 75. Why do you still keep fighting? Why are you still out here getting arrested?
Well, for one thing, I feel it's my duty. It's my responsibility. See, this is not something that you just decide to do for fun. This is our responsibility, and that's our duty. If we want to control and make change for ourselves, we're going to have to do it. It's our responsibility. No one is going to come do this for you, you know. And you cannot pray this stuff away. It's not going away. You can pray, but you have to do something else.
What do you say to the person out there, whether they're young, whether they're a millennial, whether they're Gen X, whether they even baby boomer, who says this voting thing is a waste of my time? It doesn't change anything. What do you say to that person?
Well, the thing about this is things don't happen overnight. It takes time, and you have to start with something. You have to start organizing. You have to start something. You know, you have to start at home, and then it spreads to the community. Because at one time we had this, even in the white communities. You were a child for the community. The community took care of you. Everybody took care of you. I remember my godmother owned a beauty shop. And I thought they were getting in my business by telling me, well, you don't need to do this and you don't need to do that. But I'm so glad they got in my business, I don't know what to do. Because it saved me from a lot of things. Saved me from getting in trouble, you know. And then I started mimicking them. I wanted my own business, but it was on a smaller level. But I finally got my own business. My youngest son, too. These are the type of things that we need to do. And even men and women in the community took the children under their arms. And this is what we need to start doing again.
And that's the last question for you. You got local elections this year. You got a presidential election next year. What should black folks be demanding of all of these candidates, local, state, and national?
Well, at the very top of the issue should be to get our voting rights back and health care. Those are two vital things that we need to work on. Some of this other stuff we can get it, but you must be well in order to survive. If you're sick, you can't even go vote. You might be mentally sick. See, you have to understand what sickness is. It's not just physical sickness, mental sickness too. And if you get on drugs and all this negative stuff, it's going to take you down. We only come this way once, and you need to make the best of it. Now, they said to me, well, Annie Pearl, you famous, you're a celebrity, but I'm broke. But you know what? I'm a happy celebrity, even being broke. You understand? Because I feel like I'm doing something that's worth something. I'm worthy of my people and other people. You see. And I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing because I feel like it's my duty and my responsibility. I was in jail 3 times last year. I'll be going again this year. I'm working with Reverend William Barber up in North Carolina with the...
So you know in advance you're going to jail again?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I was trying to get there today. I didn't make it, you know. I'm just saying, I've been to jail before, so it ain't no deal. The only difference is now, I don't stay in as long as I said. There were times that we stayed in jail for a long time, and we were, people wasn't able to get us out very fast. You had to, if you were an adult, they had to get people to sign their houses over, put their property up. Lawyers had to work on it, but you can get out within 24 hours maybe now. But I've stayed in jail. The longest time I've stayed in was 90 days up in Danville, Virginia, for contempt of court. What did I do? Contempt of court in Danville, Virginia. We came in for some cases that we had in the court, and the judge went to sleep. And one of the freedom singers, he's dead now, Brother Matthew Jones. And I were working there at the project, and I said, Matthew, look at him. He's asleep. Let's wake him up. And we went straight up to the podium and just fell out. So what happened is the police that was there for the court, the judge asked him, said, what's wrong with him? He said, Your Honor, that's what they call going limp. And he was so mad he gave us 90 days. I had to serve those 90 days because he was so mean he would not set a bond. If the judge do something, you have to get permission from him, the bond, and to be released. And the lawyers came in and said he would not release us. But that was okay.
It was worth it.
I stayed in solitary confinement, and I kept myself together every day. I turned that thing around where they started worrying about me. You see? And this was what helping me survive. And there was a store across the street. I could see out this window. And I knew what time that store opened. I knew everybody to come in the store looking out the window. You see? And I'm from Birmingham. And I worked with Reverend Shuttlesworth there. And I just gotten out of jail in Danville, come back when the children got killed in Birmingham. When the dogs and everything was out there in the park, I was in jail already. See, I was in Gaston, Alabama in jail. I had to leave there for a while because sometimes you have to run to save yourself for another day. I left town, but I come back.
Well, we're glad you came back, and it's always great to come see you when we're in Selma, and you keep giving them hell.
Okay. Well, when I was in jail with in Atlanta, and at the time Miss Gregory was there, I can't remember whether the first jail time or the second one, because there was so many of them. And
you've been in jail about 40 times.
I haven't been able. I can't keep up with it anymore. I just don't even try. I'm saying it really wasn't important to keep up with it. I kind of forgot some of this stuff because friends of mine right now would say, Eddie Pearl, you were doing something. I said, I wasn't doing it. Why they say I'm doing? And then I think about it later on. I said, yes, I was doing that too. But the thing about it is, we need to act responsible. Because nobody's going to come do this for you.
That's right.
Nobody. And when you start talking about turning it over to somebody, that means you ain't going to do nothing. Or you going to stop doing things. We must take on the responsibility of justice for everybody. And what I like to say about the candidates running, right now I feel like it's too many folks running for that one position in the Democratic Party. Now, it's about winning. Right now, we got to win. You got to get the space back before you can. And I learned a lot of strategy from people like Miss Ella Baker and Jim Foreman. And even when I got out of the civil rights movement, I thought I knew everything, but I didn't know nothing. I'm trying to deal with some folks in the city in Atlanta, and they wasn't able to give me a runaround. and laughing at me until somebody told me what to do. So you have to listen, learn, and apply when somebody's teaching. So somebody called me on the side and said, Aunt Pearl, this is what you got to do, you know. But it took me time to learn. But I'm saying, you know, I'm not a pro. But
No, you a pro.
But
you a Hall of Famer.
I'll take on a fight by myself.
All right then.
I will. And I have taken on some fights by myself.
You still are.
Yeah, I'll take on a fight by myself.
Well, and it's good to see you.
All right.
You take care.
Okay then.
Love you, darling. I'm gonna get your umbrella back. We're gonna keep you dry.
I'm gonna look for your program.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm gonna see those
looking at
photos.
you all the time.
I know.
This is what I do. I turn on the TV and I get the local news. Then I go to MSNBC, and then I go to Cowboys and Indians because I don't want this stuff. I don't want this stuff to confuse.
Right, it can't be all over. Right.
I don't want this stuff. I want to
Gotta have a little fun.
Humphrey Bogart and the Cowboys and Indians, and yeah, that's my favorite stuff.
Well, I'm gonna send you those photos.
All right.
All right, darling.
Because a lot of the newscasters come on, I don't ever see it. I haven't seen one yet.
That's why we here.
And wait a minute, Roland, this man said he wanted to know you.
No, hold on 1 second. I want to make. Where's your car? Where's your car?
My car's a pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna need. We're gonna need to get a car, or somebody's gonna walk in and Pearl to a car.
But I gotta be across the street.
Oh, you gotta be across the street?
They're gonna give me an award
it's
across
4
the
o'clock.
street
What time
over
is
there.
that?
Yeah.
Can you walk across the street, brother?
We'll do.
It's 4 o'clock right now. 4 o'clock.
Yeah. That's what they're gonna be doing.
He's gonna walk across the street.
Okay. That's where I'm gonna be.
All right, darling.
And you have anything you need to send me, just, you know.
I still got your
any
number.
notes. I'm talking about any kind of notes or anything.
I got
You know,
you.
clue me in on stuff.
Yeah.
I might decide the program. I know one day back here in 2015, Miss Sanders and all of us were going up tomorrow Monday, and I said, well, we need to stay all night up there because we go up there and they know you ain't gonna stay but an hour. You know, they don't have to look at you all the time. So
You want to stay the whole
she said
time?
nobody wanted to go and spend the night. I said, well, I'll do it by myself. And I went up there and Senator Sanders and them were kind of worried about me. They called me, said, "Are you up there by yourself?" I said, "No. I had students from Alabama State over there I was talking to. I was talking to people in the community. I had one fellow stayed with me all night." By myself? No, I'm not by myself.
All right. Whisper your number. I'm gonna call you.
334-349-3514. Don't call me at 6 o'clock in the morning. That ain't my time. I'm a night girl.
I'm only up that early when I do Tom Jones on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's
I'm a
it.
night girl.
I'm a night guy.
I ain't interested in the early bird. You know, I get what's left. Everybody else can have him.
Eddie, you crazy. You crazy. I'll see you, darling.
Come on, we just.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you might have some humor in this too. Yeah. All right.
Let me show you. You tell me where you want to go.
Come on, I got it. I got it. I got it. Stand over there. Let's see. Where's your selfie mode?
I'm just scared of my mom about getting this picture. That's all it is. Barbara will kill me.
Nah, you gonna get it.
Stay right here. Stay right here. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Hold on 1 second. Is it on selfie mode?
My camera's special.
Child, you ain't lying. It's real special. Give me that camera.
Yeah, I'll do it, Diane.
But you ain't gonna do all that. You ain't gonna do all that. No, you don't. You ain't read your manual. You see this here? Hold up. Press that button here. That's the camera right there. That's all you gotta do. She ain't read her manual.
Roland, I'm with HuffPost. Did Secretary Clinton march as well?
Yes, she did.
All right.
Here we go. There you go.
It's going to take 2 more. It's taking 2
Oh,
more.
oh, you got that phone.
I got that. I got it.
We'll take 3. Whatever. John. Go on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, come on. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Hold that.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. What's going on?
Back to the car. I
got it. Stay right there.
There you go. I appreciate it. Hey, hold on.
Barbara is going to be pleased.
All right. Hold on, I got a backpack. There you go. All right. There you go. Right in the middle. You got it?
No, not yet.
Got the photo. Oh, no, then you're going to just walk over.
It's a historic day. I'm happy.
You got it? All right, cool. All right, I appreciate that. Ms. Mark. Come on, kid. Ms. Mark, can I get with my kid? Thanks a bunch. Ms. Mark. I appreciate that. All right. Can I get with my kid? Come on. Come on, kid. Come on. Come on. Come on here. Carly, y'all come over here. Carly, y'all got Katie, get, okay. Get over the mic. Y'all come on. Come on. Come on, smile. No frowning, no frowning. Everybody smile, no jail photos. Everybody smile. Rayleigh! Get over his back. Come on. Let's go. Let's go before I end my live stream. Come on. See?
I'm watching
Got it?
60 Night News.
All right, Anthony, come on.
I'm a reporter. I'm a reporter in Mississippi. Meridian, Mississippi. You got any words?
Right.
Twin States News. Meridian, Mississippi.
Real simple. Work ethic, Doc. You gotta have a work ethic. You gotta keep. You gotta have a work ethic. You gotta keep putting it in. That's what most people don't do. So stuff like this is all about grinding. That's the two most important word is work ethic. That's it.
All right.
All right.
All
right, brother. All right. I've been there. Sorry, folks. Y'all, Anthony keep turning the camera sideways. We live. All right, folks. So that's it. This is the 54th annual Jubilee. We'll take you over here. So y'all got to see the sign of Selma there. And of course, that's the most people don't. That's the National Voting Rights Museum and Institute over there. And so these are some statues. Come on, Anthony. These here are some statues that were erected. I mean, sorry, some monuments, if you will. And so you have builders of movements and monuments, of course, Reverend Dr. Joseph Lowry, and of course, presented by the SCLC Women's Organization. Him and his wife, Evelyn Gibson Lowry, she passed away about 3 years ago. And then, of course, we have over here this in memory of Hosea Williams. Many people, when you think about the food program right now in Atlanta, Hosea Williams, his daughter, actually now runs that program, and so he was also one of the lieutenants of Dr. King. And so you see the sign, he fed the hungry. He kept that going after Dr. King was killed. And then, of course, you have the other monument here. Congressman John Lewis, of course, still a member of Congress, and that's what this is. And then, of course, we got this monument here, Amelia Boynton Robinson and Marie Foster. Amelia Boynton, she was the woman who actually called Dr. King, asked him come to Selma. I had a chance to meet her 4 years ago for the 50th anniversary here, and she passed away several months after that. And so it was great to see her. In fact, when we were at that day, she sat just right behind me. There in her wheelchair with her son. But she was the one who made the call to Dr. King to actually come here to Selma to focus on the issue of voting rights. I was telling you about Annie Pearl, who I interviewed over there. She also was one of those folks who was put on the line, who was swinging and fighting on behalf of African Americans. And so you turn around here, Anthony, you're going to see this mural right over here, National Women's Rights Museum, Civil Rights Memorial Mural. And so you also have this sign right here, folks. Show this here, Anthony. And this is the Equal Justice Institute. They put this up. There were lynchings here, of course, that took place in Selma. If you can't read, it said the jail in Selma, Alabama was a repeated site of racial terror, lynching, and violence that devastated the African American community. In February 1892, police arrested Willie Webb in Waynesville and moved him to the jail in Selma under threat that local whites planned to lynch him. Hours after Mr. Webb arrived in Selma, before he could stand trial, a well-armed lynch mob kidnapped him from jail and killed him. The next year, in June 1893, a lynch mob seized another black man named Daniel Edwards from the Selma jail, hanged him from a tree, and riddled his body with bullets. Mr. Edwards' corpse was left hanging with a note pinned to his back, warning to all black men that are too intimate with white girls. This is the work of 100 best citizens of the South Side. Racial terror lynchings continued in Selma well into the 20th century. On July 11, 1935, Joe Spinner Johnson was called from his work as a sharecropper and delivered directly into the hands of a white mob that bound him and beat him mercilessly. The mob then took Mr. Johnson to the jail in Selma, where witnesses heard him beaten while screaming. Several days later, Mr. Johnson's mutilated body was found in a field near Greensboro. A leader of the Alabama Sharecroppers Union that operated from 1931 to 1936 to help sharecroppers receive better wages and treatment and to reduce inequality in Alabama's Black Belt. Mr. Johnson challenged the exploitative and racially discriminatory practices of wealthy white planters and landowners, and for that he was targeted and lynched. These lynchings were terrorist acts committed with the involvement and complicity of law enforcement officers, and they commonly went unpunished. Racial terror, lynching in Selma created trauma and misery while reinforcing white supremacy and denying black people in this community the basic rights of citizenship. So the Equal Justice Institute, they, of course, erected that in 2018. Folks, if you come to this area, Montgomery, of course, is not far from here, and the Equal Justice Institute, they have the lynching memorial that's there and also their museum. It opened last year. We were there for the opening as well, and so if you get a chance to go there, you really want to. It is powerful. It is moving. And so that's it, folks. And so one of the reasons, and let me just be real clear, one of the reasons why I launched Roland Martin Unfiltered, not just for a daily show, but for us to be able to live stream events like this. You're not necessarily going to have mainstream media who's going to be covering it. What typically happens is they'll cover, I think, frankly, a lot of the media, national media who was here, they were only here because you had presidential candidates who were here. But our job is really to come here and not just focus on just when presidential candidates are going to be here. Trust me, it's going to be a lot of people coming through here next year for the 55th anniversary. It's going to also be an election year 2020. But this is also about telling our story, telling our narrative, bringing you places that otherwise you may not be able to go. There are folks who are watching this from Canada, from the UK, from the Caribbean. I got folks who watch from Brazil, from African nations. And so that's one of the reasons why we do this, is because we need to control our story and frankly tell the story. Folks like Annie Pearl, talking to her directly, talking to many of the other foot soldiers here as well. That's why we are here. That's why we do what we do. And so we certainly thank all of you who watched us this weekend, who watched our live stream. You can go back to our YouTube channel. You can see, of course, the town hall that took place on Friday night. You can see the panels that we live streamed yesterday. You can also see, of course, the award ceremony last night. Today, Senator Cory Booker's speech from Brown Chapel AME. This is about telling our story, and so we appreciate all of you who are watching. Anthony and I are about to shut this thing down, go hop in the car. We got to drive to Atlanta to catch our flight back to Washington, D.C. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, the Tom Joyner Morning Show at 6:15 Central, 7:15 Eastern. I'll be talking to Keisha Lance Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta, where Republicans in the legislature want to take control of the Atlanta airport. No, that's theft, folks. So we're going to talk about that. Then also I'll see you guys tomorrow for a recap on Roland Martin Unfiltered at 6 p.m. Eastern. Please support what we do. Go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Join our fan club. Your dollars on Cash App and Square and PayPal, what you contribute makes this possible. I don't have corporate backers. I don't have anybody who's sitting here funding me coming down here. So the plane tickets, the camera, the data for the live streaming, the rental car, all that comes out of your support. And so we certainly thank all of you for what you do. And so again, go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com if you want to see more of this. Look, we raise the money, we can cover more stuff like this in 2019, 2020 as well. All right, folks, y'all have an absolute great one. Take care. Holla.